Hey guys! So guys, I've recently shaved the end of my eyebrows off to like give them a new shape. What do you guys think? Looks good? I don't know. And you know what kinds of people usually shave their eyebrows or like parts of it? It's people with mental illness. And that's how we've reached today's topic. The album Born to Die by Lana Del Rey from the year 2012. Yeah, so I'm gonna be rating these songs today. It's like definitely my favorite album of all time. I love all of her other albums as well. As usual, like, music is super subjective. Don't be like sad if I rate one of your favorite songs like differently than you would have. You know, you can't make somebody like a certain type of music if it's just not their thing. Like, this video is really just for fun. Also, like, write down your favorite songs from the album, like rank them too. I'd love to hear your opinion. So before we get into the rating, I just wanted to put like the explanation for what the numbers mean in the rating right here. And I'm specifically saying this or like putting this here because some people interpret like a 5 out of 10 as a bad rating for a song, even though it's like literally right in the middle and all that. So I just wanted to like make clear that every song I rank 5 or higher is a song I definitely like, I actively would listen to, and you know, it doesn't mean it's like a bad song or anything. So yeah, okay, let's start. So as I just said, Born to Die is my favorite album of Lana Del Rey, and you might be asking yourself why, obviously. So I'm just like a huge fan of maximalism in everything, really, like in any type of art form. Like in paintings or pictures, I love having a lot to look at and, you know, to just grasp all the detail there is in something. I just love doing that. And with music it's like the same. I love songs that are like, that have a lot of different things happening, really, like in the instrumental, like different instruments, different interesting parts in the songs, and also like when the singer's doing a lot with their voice, like playing a lot with their voice. I mean, the voice is an instrument too, and I think it's like the best if it's used in many different ways, you know. And so this is the reason why I love Born to Die so much, because there's just so much variety in every song. Like, no song sounds like the other. They're super unique, like all of them. The production is so wonderful. Like, whenever you listen to a song and you actually pay attention to the instrumental, you'll see that you'll be hearing something new every time you listen to it, like a little detail, a little sound effect and all that. Yeah, it's just also beautiful. And as I mentioned, like, she also plays a lot with her voice in this. There's many high, many low notes, many times she's a little quieter, a little louder at other times, and all that. I just love that. It's also, I would say, like a rather experimental album, like, yeah, because of its variety. Like, she was just trying out things with it, and obviously, like, looking from the perspective of the whole era it was published in, it was also a game changer for sure. Like, this sound, like the typical 2010s era, was like party sounds and you know, this kind of type of music. And with Born to Die, it's obviously like a whole other direction, and that makes it super iconic too. But yeah, even though I, you know, explained all of this, I can also still find lots of beauty in rather simplistic songs if they are, you know, good. So if I had to put the way this album makes me feel, or like the images it makes me imagine and is putting into my head, it would actually be this board that I created on Pinterest. So yeah, if I briefly had to explain the vibes I'm getting, it would be as represented in the pictures, that it's like this, about this young girl who's enjoying and exploring life, maybe having moved to a bigger city for, you know, her ambitions, and obviously wanting to be free, like wanting to be carefree, wanting to just do things on your own. On the one side, she's this bougie, confident kind of girl, quirky kind of girl. But then also on the other hand, she's a little insecure secretly with what she's doing with her life, and still on a long journey of finding herself. And I think all of this is really reflected in the songs, because a lot of the songs are like dark and are giving off a cold vibe or like a cold feeling, and others are very warm and hopeful in a way. I also asked my friend and my sister, who also love this album, what kind of board they'd create for it, and I just thought it was super interesting to see, you know, how, you know, an album, how differently an album can make a person feel and how they, you know, interpret it. And so here they are. Yeah, I just thought that was super interesting to include. Maybe like if you're doing your own board now, like if I inspired you or something, if you've already done it, like link it in the comments, because I think it's so interesting. I would love to see yours. Okay, enough about the intro. We're going to start with the actual rating now. So let's go and enjoy. Starting with the song Born to Die, 9.7 out of 10. I love the song. It's a beautiful song with an instrumental that you know, captivates you right away, especially with the violin, which perfectly fits the whole song, like, because it sounds so heavenly, you know. I think like Lana Del Rey in general is really known for her heavenly sound. And yeah, I don't know, but to me it's got like a night feeling to it, and you can definitely like feel her emotions a lot by her singing. There are many rather high and rather low notes, and yeah, it's just a really beautiful song. The next song is Off to the Races, which I'm giving a 9.5 out of 10. It's just really a super adventurous and exciting song. Definitely one of her, if not her most dynamic song also. Once again, a lot of switches in her notes, a lot of changes. She really emphasizes on certain lines a lot and conveys the emotions with her singing, which I love. And the pre-chorus, the actual chorus, and the bridge are all so different from each other. So basically there's just like a lot going on in this song, and as I said, I love maximalism, so this is why I like this song a lot. The next song is called Blue Jeans, which I'd be giving a 6.8 out of 10. It's actually one of the first songs I ever found of her on YouTube. I like how the song is introduced, like that heavy kind of start when she, you know, starts singing. I especially like the rhythm in this part, like the way she stresses the words there, and it's just like, yeah, super rhythmic. But I've overplayed this song a lot back then when I found it on YouTube, so kind of like not the song's fault obviously, but I get annoyed relatively fast by now by this song. Also, the bridge is annoying me a little as well. Like, I get it's supposed to be like, you know, the energetic part in this song, but for me personally it just sounds a little kind of aggressive. I just mostly skip that part, honestly. Besides, I don't like the whole "I'll wait forever for this man" kind of theme in the lyrics. Like, I don't know, but I get like it can be romantic too, but it's like just not like the message for me. You know, like the whole situation is definitely described beautifully, but it's just better to let go sometime, you know. Despite all, definitely still a good and super solid song. Okay, so the next song is called Video Games. It's got a super dreamy instrumental. Like, honestly, I wished the harp had been playing a bigger part in all of her discography, like in general, because it just fits her whole dreamy feeling a lot, I think. Probably one of the first Lana songs for most of us too, which is why the nostalgia in this song plays a big role as well. But you know, as I said, I'm a fan of maximalism, so I'm not really, you know, enjoying the simple instrumental that much. But yeah, I actually imagined it would fit so well into non-fucking Rockwell. Like, the whole vibe is really NFR vibe-ish. And like, imagine that song would be remastered. I think that would be so interesting. But yeah, so I can't just listen to it that often, but whenever I do, it's like an ethereal experience, which, side note, is kind of funny because the lyrics are kind of trashy. Like, when I first like heard this song, I never really paid attention to the lyrics, and like the first few lines is actually so funny to imagine those situations. But I mean, I also love that contrast, so yeah. Next we have Diet Mountain Dew. I'd give this one a 6.8 out of 10 because it's probably her most uplifting song in general. I also like some of the lines in the lyrics, especially like they just stay in your head. Like, for example, this one, I love this one. It's like so cute and kind of, I don't know, just super cute. But all in all, like for me personally, this song is not really too special because it doesn't evoke like lots of emotions in me or like something. Next we have National Anthem, 9.1 out of 10. It's a super fancy song that will give you like confidence in an elegant way instead of this bad bitch kind of confidence, you know, like it's kind of both, and I also love both, but yeah, it's just a more elegant song, really. Of course it's like a little, actually, like super arrogant, and honestly like classes too, obviously, but in this case it's like just for the feeling, so you know, you can just enjoy it. It will make you feel like that, like if you are fucking broke as shit you can't listen to this song, and you know it's gonna make you feel like you're not. So yeah, once again, there's super many different parts in this song, many of which are just so charming. And also because of her like bratty kind of way of singing the lyrics, it's like really fun putting yourself into this persona, singing along and being like, yeah, kind of bitchy basically. The next song is Dark Paradise. I gave this one an 8 out of 10 because I mean listening to this always makes me cry, like I basically can't handle it. It's definitely one of the saddest love songs I know. It's like a final tribute to your loved one, and the euphemism about a dark paradise feels very accurate in its whole description because, you know, the memories still keep that person alive. Many of the lyrics also describe that it's like sensation, just in such a wonderful matter, and I think many people can relate, and it's like important that songs like this exist, you know, so that people can kind of work through the whole situation as well. Okay, next we have Radio, which I'm giving an 8.5 out of 10. This actually used to be my all-time favorite Lana Del Rey song when I first discovered her music, like illustrating that whole mood shift you have when you finally reach or like get to that person or situation that's like your resting point, that gives you that relief of knowing that following your dreams was the right decision and was all worth it. And it just puts this image into your head where you're thinking about what's or when is going to be the moment of your life where you can finally say, now it's sweet like cinnamon. And if you already are in that moment and are listening to that song, it just makes you appreciate all of it so much. The next song is Carmen, which I'm giving a 6.7 out of 10. Like, don't get me wrong, I think this song is so beautiful. Like, the whole topic is really tragic and the lyrics depict Carmen's situation so well. It's just the instrumental is a little too slow, like in general, and also discomforting. Like, it's obviously trying to show how her, like Carmen's life is discomforting too, in contrast to what people actually believe about her, but it just makes it a little unmelodic to listen to me personally. The next song is $1 Million Man, which I'm giving a 9.7 out of 10. The atmosphere created in this song is just so special. It's unbelievable. The iconic siren effect the album has repeatedly in the instrumental of its songs just fits the best in this case, I think. Like, it just sounds so dangerous, yet mysterious, yet romantic, yet melancholic. Like, there's just so many emotions going on at once. Plenty of parts in the lyrics also sound so well adjusted to each other in a way. There's this specific flow happening in or with these certain syllables that just go so well, you know, with each other. Like, there's this flowy vibe when she's saying those. For example, this part, it's like kind of this special effect you get with certain syllables, kind of like the rhythm I mentioned in Blue Jeans, just this time it's not as rhythmic, it's more, you know, flowy. The next song is called Summertime Sadness. This was playing basically always in the radio back then, which is also why, once again, the nostalgia just adds so much to it. It's just like a super solid classic Lana Del Rey song. Like, you can literally just look at each verse of this song and you would most likely be able to identify it as a Lana Del Rey song. I also really like the bridge in this. The fact that it is so solid and identifiable though makes it a little less stimulating in a way, and therefore not as unique. Okay, so now we've come to the last song, which is This Is What Makes Us Girls. 4 out of 10. I'm sorry, like, I tried liking this song so many times, I'm not even kidding, like, I really tried, but I just never really got the hang of it. I'm really saying I tried because, like, objectively, I like so much about the melody, about the sound of the song, so many parts, like for example these, but I just couldn't bring myself to like it really because it's like super shallow to me in a way. Like when I'm hearing this song, I'm really just thinking of this bitchy, white, spoiled teenage girl who are trying to be as outlawed as possible, but they're just so try hard that it's not really authentic. Yeah, but as I've mentioned, like, I really like certain parts. Okay, yeah, so this is the video. I hope you thought, you know, this was fun to watch. As I said, please write down your favorite songs in the comments. Even if you rate every song completely different than I did, I would love to hear, you know, what you think about it. Also, like, as always, maybe consider subscribing. I'd be super, like, grateful if you did, I don't know. And also maybe, like, give it a thumbs up or whatever. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye!